Hello, in this video, I will show you how to create a new case. To create a new case, you will need to click Create a New Case here on the left side. You will then click Open a New Case. When inputting the unique ID for each involved person for students, be sure there's always a 0 before the student ID. So for this case, we will use our sample case, which is Jack Sparrow. And his ID number is 123456. Normally, I would put a 0 in front of this ID. However, Jack Sparrow does not have a 0 for right now, but normally please be sure that you input a 0 before the student ID number. Once you input the student ID or the unique ID for any person involved, whether it's faculty, staff, or student, you would just then click Get Started. If you have more than one person involved, you can always add another line and include more numbers. Once you are in the student file, in the case file, you will then need to fill out the required information. For case type, choose the type of case that this is, whether it's a care case, a Title IX case, and so forth. We will use a Title IX student case for this. Another good feature regarding cases is the access restriction. Access restriction is important when a case needs to be restricted to only those who need to view it. Each of these have a different set of people who have access to these files only, such as Title IX cases are investigators and deputies in the Title IX coordinator. For referral source, this is where the case came from, who reported it, whether campus security received the report or if the student themselves submitted the report. If you have all these other information, please be sure to try to fill it out, who specifically reported it, if their email address. If you don't have it, that's perfectly fine. And also if you have an incident date or at least close to the incident as much as possible and when the report was submitted. The incident location is where the incident occurred, whether it was on campus or off campus. And if it's off campus, you can be a little bit more specific. For incident description, you can put as much or as little information. If there's an incident report that has all the details, you can always upload that. And the description here can be very brief. If you don't have that, you could always put the more detailed information here. If you scroll down a little bit more, you can submit the incident report file if it's not already included. You can also include other files that pertain to the case, which may be pictures, other emails, video files, and so forth. If you scroll down to involved persons, here you'll need to indicate the role of the person, whether they are the alleged victim or witness. For Title IX cases, please use the terms complainant or respondent. If you scroll down a little bit more to charges and issues of concerns, you can indicate what this case pertains to. If it is a Title IX case, you can indicate that it's a stalking. If you scroll down a little bit more all the way towards the end, you can see there's a whole section for Title IX. It was an assault case, a dating violence case, domestic violence, harassment, stalking. You can choose as many as you'd like for this. It was intimate partner violence and sexual misconduct. We will use that for this case. For tags, this is another section that helps us run analytics more. If you have any detailed information with was an on-campus or off-campus event, this just helps us run our analytics and data reports at the end of the year or whenever we need to. Ping is another option that allows you to tag anyone that you need to view the case. So for example, if you are creating this case for an investigator, you can always type their name in here and then let them know that the case is created and for them to please view the case. You can also input a note right here and letting them know, hey, I just created this case, please view it as soon as possible. For under assignments, the home office is where the email, if you were to send an email through Maxient, this will show where the email is coming from via Maxient. So for most conduct cases, we'll use conduct review board from conduct.msmu.edu. If you wanted to come directly from the Title IX office, you can click that here and it'll show that it's coming from Title IX at msmu.edu. For assigned to, each case can only be assigned to one person. However, anyone can view the case if they have access to it. So if this is a Title IX case, only those who have access to Title IX cases can view the specific file. But in this case, usually only one person is assigned to it, and this will be shown on their dashboard. And then from there, once you're done, you can always add other notes. If you have any additional notes that you would like to add, please be sure to view the notes video for more information about this section. And then once you're done, all you have to do is click Add to Database. And that is how you add a new case.